Three, two, one. Woo! Welcome in, my friends, Magic for Gooders, everybody on the internet. I hope you're having an amazing day, an awesome time, amazing night, wherever you are, wherever you're going. Today, going to be looking at a standard budget deck that's also very good, Blue White Spirits. I think this is about like 60 tickets, maybe less, 50. You can have more expensive versions that I don't know are necessarily better. The reason that I'm covering this deck today is because this is a standard deck that is going to be good post rotation. We know that. We're not going to have the new cards online for a while. You could watch this a year from now and it's still going to be relevant up until this deck rotates because the deck's quite good. And since it's quite budget, it's something you're going to have to play against. So I want to learn for my Pro Tour Kaladesh preparation how all the decks work. Some people might play Spirits. I might play against it. I played against it in Portland. So I want to study how it might look and my own versions and different versions, and it's just good to learn the enemy. I'm not really planning on playing this at the Pro Tour, but what can I do to prepare and YouTube at the same time, and that's this. So also a very fun deck if you like blue, kind of tricky counter surprises. You're gonna love this deck. Makes for fun Magic. Can be very annoying to play against. So I've got 24 lands. We've got Prairie Stream and Port Town. So we've got pretty good untapped dual lands. We start off with Mausoleum Wanderer, which is just crazy. It's better than Curse Catcher in three ways. One mana, 1/1 flying. You can play Spirit, hit them for two with it, and you can sack it to make them counter their instant or sorcery, their sweeper, delay their sweeper. You can pump the power and make sack it counter their instant sorcery unless they pay two. It's pretty crazy. Rattle Chains to protect creature from Liliana. +1 is a problem for this deck. Protect from uh, any kind of surprise, anything, instant removal. It can totally blow them out if they're not prepared to play around it. Selfless Spirit is a nice way, early aggro flyer that protects from sweepers. Unsubstantiate is the card that I really like that I haven't seen a lot of other people playing. We're losing Clash of Wills and Ojutai's Command. We need ways to deal with Ishkanah for cheap, and we need ways to also deal with the creatures that have resolved. I really like Unsubstantiate. 4 is probably excessive, but that's what I'm trying. And a couple Anticipates to dig. Spell Queller, one of the main reasons to play this deck. 3 mana, 2/3, counters their spell, just crazy. Nebelgast Herald, really good. 3 mana, 2/1 flash flyer, comes into play, taps their creature. Whenever a spirit comes into play under your control, you can tap their creatures. So this is how we beat decks that have bigger aggro than us or have more efficient creatures. You can stabilize it with tempo. Or not stabilize, but race ahead by tapping a couple creatures with Herald and finishing in the air. Bygone Bishop I really like. It is a 2/3, and whenever you play a cheap creature, you get a clue. So it's a way for us to have a good late game. And a couple Stasis Snares, Flash Removal. Planar Outburst, I have one in the main. Destroy all non-land creatures. If you have a Selfless Spirit, you can sacrifice. This is another way to wipe out a bigger board, but I don't know if this belongs in the main. And then I'm playing 4 Elder Deep Fiends. This card is crazy in this deck. It's a lot better in this deck than it is in like Tamerge. We can either use a Bishop or a Herald or a Spell Queller, get a 5/6, tap 4 lands or tap 4 blockers. This is another good way to get through Ishkanah. It's this card is crazy. You will see. Some people play Avacyn instead. I don't like Avacyn because it costs 5 mana. I also don't like that it costs 25 tickets, but I would probably play Deep Fiend anyways. Although Avacyn is quite good with Selfless Spirit because you can sweep their board and their position, but it's kind of hard to set that up without killing your own stuff. Because I'm playing 4 Deep Fiends, I want a bunch of 3 mana creatures. Otherwise, you could play Always Watching, which is quite good. I'm not playing any in the main. I don't have any in the board. Maybe I should. I'm working on the sideboard. I've got just a fuck ton of counter magic, probably too much. Some sweepers, some removal, some life gain. That's kind of what I'm doing. And this is just one version of the deck. It's not the only way to go, but it's an archetype that if you play Magic, well, for one, it's fun and it's a nice budget option. But it's also, if you play standard, you will play against this like once next month and once the next month and then again the next month. Probably just play against this uh, for the next 12-ish months. So now is probably a good time to. It's a worthwhile time investment to, for me especially as I prepare for the Pro Tour. So hope you found that enjoyable. Much love. Those of you who have not yet signed up for the deck building e-course, you should definitely check that out, the free course, link in the description. If you're not on my other YouTube channel, you should be there. If you haven't taken the ebook, gotten the ebook, it's a must do if you're into building decks. And join the free group Magic for Good if you're not in there. Shout out to everybody. Much love. Have an amazing day. Hit that thumbs up and that share button, and we will be back to play very, very soon. Peace.